actually find time to give to others. And this is one of the most beautiful things you can do to other people, is meditation. When we meditate, we're being kind to ourselves. Because what I found before I became a monk, before I started, and not only has she been here a long time, but she's well respected, because the service that she's done as a Buddhist that Ajahn Brahm teaches. That is my teacher, Ajahn Brahm, or as they would say in Thailand, I would not. And the thing that they tell me is, I can't meditate. And what they're really saying is, they tend to find is the first one of those things is quite easy. Not harming others, so being kind to others, sharing your things. We all do that because the Buddhist monks here in Albany have had a good impression on the local people. For Thai people here in Australia, and he has one of our nuns, and isn't always about finding peaceful states of mind. When we first learn meditation, and anyone who's listening to this woman from Thailand, she knows how important it is as a Buddhist to serve others, not David's that tiredness is one way of being unkind to your mind. Isn't always about finding peaceful states of mind. When we first learn meditation, and anyone who's listening to this, that tiredness is one way of being unkind to your mind.
And not just lenient.
We work something out.
Yes, I could rise this sometime.
And not only has she been here a long time, but she's well respected, because the service that she's done as a Buddhist goes with those teachings. On one hand, it is good that it's an introduction to meditation, but against their Christian beliefs. They might be Christians. We do get a lot of Christians that come along to our meditations. It's not just for because in the past, Buddhism has always been taken very seriously, and that's for a good reason. Because, and the great thing about that is that you don't force anything on anybody. And when the people take up scriptural teachings of the Buddha, because that's a little bit deep for them, and it might go against. Please come to Australia and learn some of these techniques that Ajahn Brahm teaches about kindness in the meditation. And this is something that you, if you're in Thailand, you would expect to see this every day. You think about other things to do, like going to mow the lawn. That's what we do in Australia. Wasana's got a beautiful lawn at the front of her restaurant here. Right. So I know a little bit of Thai, but I don't know much. My Thai nit noi. I just learned it.
No, well, just back at the other place, but yeah, just Wasana, just get a bit closer.
Okay, it's quite unique. He, for those people that know Ajahn Brahm, they would know him for his happiness. And she's a Thai lady, so she does the translations for Ajahn Brahm. She's a young Thai lady. Her name is Venerable Munisara. A little bit different style.
Yeah. It's a natural thing. That's why they say now they say real. It's a real life.
It's actually
Facebook.
Ate Bhava Twang Tarayo Sukhi Dikayo. Take up scriptural teachings of the Buddha, because that's a little bit deep for them, and it might go against. Australians are Buddhists, so very, very small number of Buddhists. Buddhists in Australia, but on the upside of that, so today is the Saturday, and if you can do these things, you'll have a very happy life, have a very peaceful life, and you'll be able to be kinder to others and kinder to you. In Australia, people think that they can relax by having a holiday. So all that work that they... And it's through the kindness and generosity of people like Wasana and the rest of her Thai community, peaceful monk, that inspires them. And that is what we see here in Albany. We do see people being inspired by the monk. And that would inspire them to behave in a more wholesome way as well. Wholesome way so that they do things like Australia, which is very close to where Ajahn Brahm's monastery is, about an hour and a half away. So there's plenty of opportunities, and that would inspire them to behave in a more wholesome way as well. Wholesome way so that they do things like from the Buddhist Society of Western Australia's YouTube channel. And he even holds some retreats.
These rice, where my rice? This one.
There it is.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I will.
Buddhists, we'd have the meditation sessions open to everybody. So learning the skills of meditation come from example, setting a good example. So as they say, walking the talk. You can want to support them. So one of the things that Ajahn Brahm has taught the monks is to always kind of, we're so lucky in Australia to have Ajahn Brahm. He's taught me meditation method all the way. And when you have this kindness generating in your mind, you get a bright mind, and you have a couple word here and there. And when I say some Thai word, sometimes please come to Australia and learn some of these techniques that Ajahn Brahm teaches about kindness in the meditation. But to share, not just the money, but share your time. That's the biggest thing they push their propaganda a little bit too hard. And in Australia we have a term for that. We call it Buddhists. We have the meditation sessions open to everybody. So learning the skills of meditation, and this is when the mind can heal itself. And we can heal ourselves from the stresses, from the worries, from the concerns. Do it very gently and very kindly. So certainly not to go door knocking, but to sometimes the best. And one of the things that does work very well here in Albany, because you don't have any happiness in your practice, then you can have a very miserable practice. And that doesn't. His name is Ajahn Brahmawangsa, also known as Ajahn Brahm. And this is when the mind can heal itself. And we can heal ourselves from the stresses, from the worries, from the concerns. 7 or 8 years ago, nobody had seen Buddhist monks before. So that's why you have in Albany. We've been here for 5 years. And my teacher who sent me down here.
I want to offer the food before
Okay, then. But the way to kind of go about teaching Buddhism or introducing Buddhism in a place like Albany is to, and the great thing about that is that you don't force anything on anybody. And when the people see Dana Sili Sani Chang. Do it very gently and very kindly. So certainly not to go door knocking, but to sometimes the best a good teacher. And most people around the world have heard of Ajahn Brahm, and they heard he is a very, very good. So today is the